Star Power Cast. I'm Jim Trova, the baseball nerd, not Cincinnati Dennis.
I'm Cincinnati Dennis from the Cincinnati Razorback Room.
All right. Welcome to our Dirty Dozens series of podcasts that we're doing. This is episode 3, and it's
The
number
third inning. This is the third inning.
third inning. So, what are our numbers that we're doing for the
We're going to be going through cards, the ratings of player number 73 through 84
All right.
in the Dirty Dozens. And to recap some of the great names that we've had, Brooks Robinson, Ed Delahaney, Reggie Jackson, Mike Piazza, Bill Foster, just some of the names that we've had. And it's too many to start naming all of them like we did in the last
we're probably going to
episode.
stop doing that. Otherwise,
We're just gonna
recap too
throw
much.
highlights. Yeah, we're gonna throw highlights at you, and that's about all we're gonna do. So right now, without further ado, let's start with card number with player number 84 in the
84.
third inning. This is the third inning of 84, and this is a guy that really had a great career, Larry Walker.
Larry Walker comes in at number 84. Now he doesn't have the flashy 500 home runs, doesn't have that type of thing. However, Larry Walker, what he does have is an amazing career of being an offensive power. He's just
And defense. The
he's
guy played some serious
great
defense.
I think Larry Walker, highly underrated. Took him a long while to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But man, in the late 90s and early 2000s, this guy, geez, he was something else.
You know, here's the saddest thing about the Larry Walker card. He has an OPS plus of 141. And that's a killer.
Oh, that's a lifetime +1 though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, he misses the second respin by 1 point on his OPS plus.
Yeah, so for the people that don't know, we do have a formula for getting a +2, +1 for your respins. And you got to be an OPS plus 142 and above to get it. So if you miss it by a point, sorry, bro.
You miss it by a point.
You miss it by a point.
You got to set the cutoff
Other
somewhere.
people are like that. Other people like that are like A-Rod. A-Rod's card's like that.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
misses it. I mean,
Yeah.
hey, that's what happens when you stick around too long, guys.
And, you know, Larry Walker was on the Expos, and people talk about, you know why it took him so long to get in the Hall of Fame was that he played for the Rockies.
Yeah.
You know,
Look how many hitters play for the Rockies that aren't good.
exactly.
I just don't buy that argument. I don't.
And I think Larry Walker's one of the personalities. Larry Walker, just awesome. I'm just a fan.
Yeah.
All right, we go to number 83 now. And here's somebody that a lot of people think should be a lot higher. I think he's where he needs to be. Duke Snider.
I initially think, when I look at Duke, I initially think he should be higher. But when I actually start analyzing Duke, I think maybe 10 spots higher at the most. But I think he's right, kind of where he's in that zone where he needs to be.
Well, here you go. Is he better than Larry Walker?
Yes, he's one spot better than Larry.
He's one spot better than Larry Walker, and he's a 5.0 WAR, 5.0 WAR.
Here's some crazy stuff, right? Larry Walker's OPS plus was 141, right? Duke Snider's is 140, so it's like 1 point lower than Larry Walker's. But he's a center fielder. We value center fielders more than we do right fielders. He also he's also a World Series champion.
And in the 50s, New York was Mays, Mantle, and the Duke.
Yeah.
And that's even a song, playing baseball. Willie, Mickey, and the Duke.
Never won an MVP.
No.
Because he's got Campanella's on his team. He's got
He won 3
on his team. He's playing against Willie Mays. Sorry guys, it's a hard world, bro.
And he's the Duke of Flatbush. I love the guy, man. Okay, we go to number 82. You ready?
Yep.
82 is Pops.
Willie Stargell, number 82.
Yes, and on his card, Willie is an outfielder on the front and a first baseman on the back. He played almost twice as many games in the outfield as he did in first base. And he was a really decent outfielder. Here's a guy that is a 2 respin player. Here's a guy that was a co-MVP in 79, along with Keith Hernandez. And here's a 2-time World Series, 2 or 3. Was he on the team in 60? I don't think he was on in 60, was he?
No, he was not. He missed it by a couple years.
So he got 71 and 79, 2-time World Series champion, and the backbone of the We Are family. I really liked Willie Stargell. He was something to watch. And an all-time, always with the Pirates. One team.
Yep. Yep.
All right, we go to. I don't think we'll have any disagree. People might want to put him higher. I
Pirates
think he's where
fans.
I think he's where he needs to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to number 81 right now, and this is one that you disagreed with me on.
I disagree with this guy with a lot of people, and a lot of people get upset with me for my opinion on this person. This is Bob Feller. Number what number are we on?
We're on number 81.
81. Bob Feller. I know people out there they're going to say, "Whoa, that's way too low." I'm actually arguing I think we have him high. So,
I am missing the back of his card, man.
I I think he's great. Don't get me wrong. Like the young Bob Feller when he was 21 to 22 before he went off to World War One or two, excuse me, went off to World War Two, fantastic. Couple years he came back after World War Two, fantastic. But after that, he drops way off.
He's a World Series champ,
He is. He is.
1948.
But those peak seasons, he had his so 1939, 1941, 9.2 WAR, 9.9, 8.2. When he comes back, he has a part of a season in 45, but in his 1946 season at the age of 27, 10-point WAR. It's this guy's crazy good until he's 27 years old. But once he hits 29 years old, 28 years old, he drops off big time. And this is why I think Feller is a little bit overrated. I just don't think. I mean, he lost 3 peak years. I get it. He lost 3 peak years to the war, and that's unfortunate. But as great as people think Feller is, and one, I think it's a lot of old school baseball players that put Bob Feller very high on the list because he was a great pitcher. But I honestly, I think he should be lower than Scherzer and Verlander. But hey, this guy is more of like classic hero type of person that people look on him like that because he was a veteran of World War II. But man, those peak years from 39 to 41, and then again that 46 season are just crazy good.
And he was the of the day of the 40s. It's him and Hal Newhouser. That's two best pitchers.
Yeah,
Maybe Warren Spahn might be there, but they're the two best. All right, we ready to go to number 80?
80, and this guy, I think right now this is the best spot for this guy. And if he keeps on going, if he keeps on going, he might get higher. Our number 80 is a modern day player, a guy that plays today still, and it's none other than Mookie Betts. Number
You know,
80.
and I was disagreeing, and I've got him on the card with a USA uniform on. I didn't put him in the Dodgers, and I didn't put him as a Red Sox. I put him as Team USA because I liked watching him do that. This guy right here, I wasn't totally convinced until I did the research. This guy is a star. This guy is over the top good. And the thing that I'm telling you is he plays everywhere, and he's a 7.9 lifetime average WAR, which is you're talking about at 7.9, you're talking about Ty Cobb. You're talking about Hannes Wagner. You're talking about those guys. He's in that category
Right.
with
Now,
that WAR.
is he going to get 3,000 hits? No. Is he going
Probably not.
to hit 500 home runs?
No.
He's going to wind up probably about 2,200 to 20, maybe 2,400 hits. He's got to wind up with probably maybe 400 homers, maybe. Stolen bases, going to be over 200 stolen bases. He's just one of the best all-around players and a poster child of what the modern day baseball player is now, that is the superstar athlete.
Yeah, and without a doubt. And he can play wherever you want to put him, he'll be an all-star.
His MVP season in 2018 was a 10.7 WAR. If you have a year with 10 point or 10 above WAR, that's all-time great season.
And just to explain to you guys what the WAR means is if I take him out of the game and just put a basic guy in there, his team loses 10 more games. That's what that means. Theoretically, that's what that means.
Yeah.
And I like Mookie Betts. And when I made this card, I became on your side because you kept telling me how great. And then when I looked at that card, I'm like, wow, this guy is amazing.
Yeah. Mookie Betts is solid. I'm glad we have him. I think he's at a good spot where
I think at number 80, he comes in right there. All right, we go to number 79.
Number 79.
The winningest left-handed pitcher of all time,
Warren Spahn.
Warren Spahn.
Yep. 79. I think this is a good spot for Spahn. Should he be higher because he has that longevity? Maybe. I I look at his numbers and I'm like, he's great, all time great, but I think there's other pitchers on this list that edge him out.
Yeah, and the whip of 1.2 puts him in a little different category too than the 1.1s.
His strikeout rate is not that good either.
No, he doesn't. He's not a strikeout pitcher. He is I'm going to pitch the entire game.
But
I'm going to throw the entire game.
He does have 363 wins.
The most ever by a left-hander, and I think it's the most by the modern day. I think he's the most from like 1920.
How many 20 win seasons plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 seasons with 20 wins.
And a lot of people today don't value the win that much.
Well,
but back then they did.
You have to. Well, I mean, it is valuable back then because you use starting pitchers differently. Now it's not valued now is because we use starting pitchers differently now, right?
Yeah.
And we've actually figured out it's a team stat. I mean, your pitcher hangs in there and stays with you. Yes, that's true, but the win is more of a team stat because if your pitcher is going 8 innings and doesn't give up a run, that's great. But if your team is not hitting for him, how is that your pitcher's fault?
Yeah. And when they do Cy Young awards today, they do them with that in consideration. And Spawn at 79, I like him there.
Yeah. Okay.
Next, 78.
Number 78. Hello, Royals fans. Number
Hello,
78 is George Brett.
George Brett of the 3,000 hits, of winning batting titles in 3 different decades?
Yep. 3 different decade batting title. Got almost hit 400 in a season in 1980, his MVP year.
One team player, played for one team his whole career.
Kansas City Royals the entire time from 1970.
One of the guys on the Kansas City Royals that had a lifetime contract.
Yeah.
He did.
And he's an ambassador for the Royals today. So, I mean, I think we got Brett at a pretty good spot. I think the only people that probably think that it should be higher are probably the people that watched him play in his prime, or maybe Kansas City Royals fans. Do we have this guy low? I don't think so. I mean, he's a 5 WAR, and we're getting into we're starting to get it. Like you're going to see this next few episodes, or listen to the next few episodes, and you're going to hear these names, and you're going to be like, okay, well, yeah, that guy's better. Oh, yeah, that guy's better.
And you're going to say, and we're going to start going, yeah, he's only a 5.3 WAR. And I'm telling you, 5-point WAR for a season average is off the chart good. When you consider the average major leaguer, the guy that makes $750,000 minimum dollars a year and makes usually about 1.2 as the average salary in the major leagues, he is a 0 WAR. He is 0.
Yeah.
The average major leaguer is 0, and Brett's 5 games better. I don't know if he's too low or too high, but he's on the list at 78. He's in the top 100. Now let's go to the next guy on number 77, and we're going to see somebody. Oh my! A lot of you people out there that are old school fans are going to say, "What? He's that low?" Addie Joss.
Addie Joss is our 77 guy, and if you do not know who Addie Joss is, let's teach you some few things here. He had a shortened career. He was elected to the Hall of Fame, even though he didn't have his 10-year minimum. Because he died of a disease. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Tuberculosis.
So he did die early at the age of 30. But this dude has the best whip of all time for a starting pitcher.
And the second best ERA all time.
Second best ERA of all time for a starting pitcher. And
he pitched a perfect game.
Yeah. I mean, this guy at 1908 had a 1.16 ERA.
And what, 316 innings?
325 innings, yeah.
325 innings, yes. A 1.16. Gibson holds the record over 300 innings, and this was second best. This is just unbelievable. The players in 1912, when he passed away, I believe it was 1912. 1910, he passed away. The players, including Ty Cobb and Tris Speaker and all the all-stars of the day, held a benefit game for this guy to help his family out. That's how much Addie Joss was loved by his opponents. This guy was amazing and an amazing person to have that kind of love throughout the baseball world.
Yeah.
And his card reflects it. It's one of the most coveted Star Power baseball cards out there. Anytime you get to play against it, you'll hate life. And anyway, coming in at 77 was Addie Joss. 76, we go to another third baseman.
And here we go. And yes, we did do this, everybody. We put Wade Boggs ahead of George Brett.
Not only did we put him ahead of him, we put him 2 spots ahead of him.
Yep, like a little starter step there with Addie Joss in front of you. But here's the thing. If you look at Wade Boggs from 1983 to 1989, his WAR is averaging 8 and higher.
And he's averaging 200 hits and 100 walks every year.
Every season. This guy won 5 batting titles. Could have probably won 6. He's better than Brett as an offensive guy.
And he rode around Yankee Stadium on a horse.
I'm not comment on that
The
one.
Boston fans, they were upset with him for leaving Boston.
I think the only reason Boggs is not higher on our list is because he's just not a power guy.
He's not. He's not. He had one season, I think it was 87, where he hit 15.
Well, that's the year everybody hit tons
Yeah.
of runs, right?
But that's it. And a 6.1 average WAR for a season, that's really good. 328 lifetime average, beating Brett out by over 10 points.
Yeah.
He's really, really good. And I think he won a gold glove.
Yeah, 2 of them.
There you go. I mean, this guy, he was a complete player, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wade Boggs. Okay, we go to number 75. Are you ready for this?
Here we go.
Oh, boy.
I think he should be higher.
Just made the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. This is number 75, Ichiro Suzuki.
Ichiro. Now, here's why Ichiro doesn't get ranked higher. He's a 107 OPS plus.
Okay, that is if you actually take off the last 8 years of his career when he was 37 to 45. Okay, so if the age 37 to 45, that drops him of a lifetime card to getting a +1. But here's the thing about Ichiro: he also had 8 years or so before he got to the major leagues where he was the best hitter in the Nippon League.
Over 2,000 hits in the Nipponese League and 3,000 hits in the major leagues.
So technically speaking, if you add his hits in the major leagues and in Nippon baseball, he has the most hits of all time. Now, I think that's great. We did put Sadahara O in here, because technically Sadahara O has the most home runs ever hit in professional baseball, not Major League Baseball, but professionally in a professional league.
Also, Ichiro made the throw that's on all the highlight films from right field to third base, so Ichiro gets in.
Ichiro changed the game when he came in 2001.
And he was the second guy to ever be Rookie of the Year and MVP at the same time.
Yeah. Fred Lynn was the other one, right?
Fred Lynn was the other one.
Now, Ichiro from 2001 to 2011, and if I just click on that decade and accumulate those stats, he's a 115 OPS plus. So he has a +1 in his peak.
And dude, you could see him get them infield hits. Can't you just picture him running out that ball from home to first?
Like when you play with Ichiro, like you're using you're bunting the card every time. You're doing the drag card every time.
And the drag bunt card, if you guys aren't familiar with it, we're naming it the drag bunt card, but it's actually small ball. It's how good did he play small ball.
Yeah. And
that's what your sack rating is. It's a small ball rating. Ichiro's a 3.
Yeah.
Ichiro is back control.
There's 2 Ichiro cards out there that are great Ichiro cards. First of all, it's the 2000s Moneyball Empire Ichiro, where he's a +1 guy, and he's also a 55 plus, sack 355 plus, if you want to use the small ball Ichiro. Also, his Japanese card, which is made.
Yeah.
He's a +2 with power. So if you want an awesome Ichiro card, get his Japanese card.
And you got to remember that we rate star power on how good the card is.
Yeah.
So it's going to cost you more to use that Ichiro card.
Yeah.
All right, we go to number 74. Are you ready?
This is the one I do not like. And
74.
Yeah.
And this one here, we had quite a discussion about it. And I'm sorry, but you can't keep a guy out of the top players if he was a top player just because he was an asshole.
Right. I get it. So in case you don't know, have we said the name yet?
Cap Anson.
Okay, so Cap Anson is our number 74
74.
guy. He's a 6.1 average WAR. I get it. He's first guy to ever have 3,000 hits. Was the premier player back in the day, but definitely a controversial figure in regards to racial segregation in baseball. Right?
Yeah, pulling his team off the field when what the one black guy that was the first guy in was trying to play, and very, very, very controversial player today. At the time, though, no, he was the first superstar of baseball. He was the first guy who was national headlines baseball wise. People followed Cap.
And again, just as a reminder, we're not ranking these guys' personal lives. We're ranking them
Right.
as statistical players, well, based on and some of the players we don't if we don't have their full stats for if they're playing, especially if they play in the 1880s and 1890s. They really aren't that as comparable to players that play now, right? Because it's just different stats. The game was played differently. This guy started his career in 1871. I again think this guy's high. I think he's too high. I think he should be lower. I think he should be back down with like Dan Brothers
And see, I think he should be higher. That's just, I don't go by personal feelings on this. I just go by this guy was
I'm
a
not.
star.
I'm not doing personal feelings ranking him. I think he's too high. I know he played a long time. I get it. He played in a league that wasn't as good as what the league is now. So
Understandable. Okay, but there's a controversial choice star. Let's get to the last player in this Dirty Dozens. Are you ready? From St. Louis, Missouri. They have a street named after him going up to the ballpark. Played in the Negro Leagues from 1922 to 1946. Cool Papa Bell.
Cool Papa Bell comes in to finish off our league here or our list here.
Dirty Dozens. Dirty Dozens.
Another guy that the stats not super complete for, but regarded as the probably best base stealer of all time. If you could actually give credit to that, Ricky Henderson obviously has that stat, but Cool Papa Bell is the legendary status of base stealing.
In the 1930s, Jesse Owens went to the Olympics in 1936 and won the gold medal in the 100 and the 200-meter run. As he came back from the Olympics, they tried to set up a race between Cool Papa Bell and Jesse Owens. It never happened, and everybody thought, and it was written down, that Cool Papa Bell would have blown his doors off, that he was faster. The legend goes that Satchel Paige and he roomed one time, and that Cool Papa Bell turned out the lights and was in bed before the room got dark. That's how fast Cool Papa Bell was. There's a street named after him in St. Louis, going to the ballpark, Cool Papa Bell Boulevard. And oh man, the legends about this guy. When we went and talked to Bob Kendrick up there at the Negro League Museum, he talked for a good 2 to 3 minutes about Cool Papa Bell.
Yeah.
And Cool Papa Bell is he's legendary with a WAR of 4.2, but the guy's a 16-year veteran, 126 OPS plus. Guy's good. Yep. And he's a fun card to play with. You'll be bunting with him all the time.
Yeah, he's fun. Well,
so let's review who we had for our episode here. 84 was Larry Walker. 83 was Duke Snider. 82 was Willie Stargell. 81 was Bob Feller. 80 was Mookie Betts. 79 was Warren Spahn. 78 was George Brett. Eddie Joss was 77, Wade Boggs 76, 75 was Ichiro, 74 Cap Anson, and Cool Papa Bell rounded it out at 73. Next episode, we'll do 72 through 61, but that's going to take us to the end of this one. Sorry to have to go.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Remember, the dice are nice, but
the spin is always in. We'll see you next time.